to our next project. We are in Bromsgrove and we are building an extension. I'll take you through, you can have a look, we'll show you what we've been doing today and what we are going to be doing later on. We've got our fencing up, we've got that up so we can, number one, protect the public, and number two, we can stop members of the public from going into the site. We've got our skips ready, we have our plants, and I'll take you through. So all this fencing used to be up around here, which is where the new extension is going. It is a single story extension. It has got an up and over roof, which is basically a dual pitched roof, and where our markings are here is where the boundary is going to be. So it's going to be used as a downstairs toilet and an office area for the customer, and we're hoping it's going to take about 10 weeks. We've already set out and we're using the line and peg method to get a perfect square, and it also helps to mark out where our trenches are going to be dug and eventually where our concrete is going to be poured and where our walls are going to be built. So this is the line and peg method. What we do is we put some pegs into the ground, and then it allows us to draw a line which will stay in place, marking out our boundaries. So in our case, our extension is 800 mils in from the edge of the building. It comes 3 meters out, and then it's 5 meters long, ending here. Now what we're going to do is this window, we are going to be taking this window out and we're going to be replacing it with a smaller window, and we're going to be bricking up this area, and the window's going to come down here for the customer. We've also got some drainage. Obviously we've got a downstairs toilet, so all the drainage is going to run through here and into our manhole, which we will dig out later today. So we'll set up a time lapse and you can watch us as we mark out for where the footings are going to be. We are back on our extension in Bromsgrove. It is day 2 and we are going to finish the dig out, ready for the concrete coming today. So I'll turn you around and I'll show you what we've done so far. So we've managed to get quite a bit out with the digger. We've got down to the level we want to there. So what we're going to do is we're going to level out our footings. We're going to crisp up our edges because we like nice sharp corners. It provides for a better footing. And we've also got our drainage channel for our rainwater dugouts. We're going to be putting a new gully here. There was a old rainwater gully, and I figured instead of joining it to the existing system, we might as well just put a whole new one in. That way we can integrate it a lot easier than having to try and cut into a clay gully. And then we need to, following this red line, this is our manhole, and we need to put our soil and connect it to this manhole here. Soil is for the toilet. our trenches finished now. We've got all of our nice crisp corners and edges. Isaac is just digging this out, ready for the oversight to go on, which will be next week. We've got our lines marked for our concrete level. The reason we've done that instead of pegging is because it's sandstone under here and we can't get any pegs in. We had to abandon digging out with the digger and going with a breaker because the digger couldn't get through the sandstone. So most of this has been a hand dig. Footings dug, we've got our concrete in. We are at the end of day 2, so we've not done too bad for a couple of days worth of work. When we come back on Monday, we'll be able to start bricklaying, getting the footings up to damp-proof course. We will get the rest of this dug out, and then we're at the level for our oversight to go in, and we'll then be able to focus a little more on getting our drainage done. Our trenches are dug partially, and all of our drainage stuff is here ready to go in. So we've got soil pipe for a toilet, and we've got 2 gullies for rainwater as well. Good morning and welcome back to our extension project in Bromsgrove. We are on day 3 and we're going to be continuing with the groundworks. I'll flip you around and you can have a look at what we've done so far. We have got the concrete slabbing for the footings to sit on. This was put in on Friday and it's had a weekend to dry, so we are good to go with this. We are going to be finishing off digging out for the oversight to get everything nice and level, ready for the MOT, the sand blinding, the insulation, and then another layer of concrete to go on that. We have marked out for where our toilet soil is going to go, and then we are going to be digging out a trench running along this wall, which is going to branch off here and go along into our manhole, which is there. We are also going to be finishing off the trenches here for the rainwater, and we have got our gully ready for our rainwater spout to go into. So we'll set up a time lapse and you can watch us do the rest of the dig out. finished for the day, and we've got done what we wanted to achieve, which is brilliant. So I'll turn you around, you can have a look. So we've got the ground for the Oversight dug out, which now means we can put MOT, sand blinding and insulation on here ready for concreting, which is going to be probably on Friday. We have got the soil ready for the toilet. That's all in. And we've also managed to dig the trench for the soil to connect to the manhole. Now that manhole goes down about 2 meters, and I think I'm going to have to get inside of it to actually core drill it, because access outside of it is going to be limited. So we'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully we won't be rained off. It's forecast rain for the rest of the week. We've got some bricklaying to do tomorrow. See you then. Good morning, we are on day 4 of our side extension in Bromsgrove, and we're going to be starting the brickwork today. We're going to be laying our trench block onto our concrete footings, and then we're going to get in our concrete block and our engineering brick up to damp course level. So I'll just spin you around and you can have a look. So we've got our lines back on with our line and peg method. This way we get our perfect square. We are going to be 800 mils from the edge of the building to the outside leaf of the wall, and then we are 3 meters out to the outside leaf of the wall. We are 5 meters in length, and then again 3 meters back to the wall. So we will set up a time lapse and you can watch us bricklay. It's the end of the day and we are now up and out of the ground, which is great, especially on my back. Those trench block are not light. So we have got our foundations up to damp proof course down this side, along here, and then tomorrow we're going to be putting this in. We have got rain coming, so I didn't want to chance it and have it all get washed out. So we're going to cover all this lot up that we've done, and we've just made a bit more progress on getting this soil drain closer to the manhole. We're just missing a angle piece, and then tomorrow we need to core drill through that and then poke our soil pipe into it. And then also we are going to be doing something with our rainwater drainage as well. That's going to run down this trench. It's going to join to a gully here, which is going to join to a gully here, and this is where our drain gullies are going to be for our guttering. So good progress today, and see you all tomorrow. Good morning. It's day 5 and it's miserable. It is raining and it's not going to stop the rest of the day, so there's going to be no bricklaying being done today. We are just going to be putting in the Oversight slab, so the MOT, the sand blinding, the insulation, the damp-proof membrane, and then the concrete will be coming on Friday. So I'll flip around, you can have a look. So we are putting the MOT down at the moment. We've got our datum point here, and our levels will be set from this corner all the way around, and then once we've got that in, we'll be able to put our sand blinding on top. We are also going to be drilling into that manhole today and connecting our soil drainage to that manhole. And we've got all of the drainage in. We have got the internal leaf of the blockwork of the damp course in, and we've got our slab ready for our damp-proof membrane and our insulation. So I'll flip around and you can have a look. So this is our soil running into our manhole. This is all ready, it's connected, and it leads to where the soil pipe for the new toilet is going to go. We have got our rainwater gully. The reason we've done that is because you shouldn't have soil going over the top of rainwater, just in case if there's a break it can contaminate it. So it always needs to go underneath the rainwater. We've got our gullies in. And again, on this side, we need to correct the level of this once we've got some hardcore back here, and we've got our ground level sorted. And our block work is in now. So that means that we can, let's cover it up so we don't get rained on. That means that we can now put our damp-proof membrane onto this sand blinding here. We can then put insulation on, tape up the insulation, and then we can concrete the slab over the top, and then this will be what the finished floor will sit on. So we are 1 week in and we are up to damp course level, which is brilliant. We've got all of the drainage in, which is brilliant. So week 2 will be bricklaying, and pretty much that's it. Luckily the rain stopped, we got a bit more done, so we've got the rest of the brick and block work down. We've managed to get the damp proof membrane down and the insulation down as well. We've got the drainage in place for the soil, and we've got the drainage in place for what is going to be the bathroom basin. the end of day 6 and we've finally got out the ground up to damp course level with a couple of corners up, all the drainage done, the concrete slab is in. Not bad for 6 days work. I'll flip around and you can have a look. So we managed to get some of the flagstones back down. This is where the soil pipe was. We've got to do this area yet. We've got our concrete in, our slab has been floated, and we've managed to get some corners up as well. So this means that when I come on Monday, I can just run a string line and just bricklay. So we have not done too bad. We've managed to get some of the ground filled in over where the pipes are as well, and we've got an area ready for bricklaying as well. So we'll set you back up Monday and I'll see you then.